Hey, I am Elohim. If you watched the other video, the meditation of the triangle, welcome here. If you don't see it, please go back, because if not, you don't go probably to understand this. I teach 8 different exercises of meditation in my classes, especially with my little group. This is the second one. It's a little more complicated. Superficially, if you don't put in practice, this will feel like something very random. When you put in practice, you understand how powerful it is. So try to do it, and try many times. Try all the times that you need to make it work. More important, try all the times that you need to make it feel safe for you. This goes to blend your creativity, your patience, and your visualization, because visualization is something very important in spirituality, in magic, in sorcery, but nobody trained us to do that. We just assume that everybody knows how to do a visualization, and when you are visualizing something, you need to put all the aspects of creativity in there. The energy, the attention, the intention, the focus, the action should be in there, in the same aspect. That is the visualization. When you are visualizing a glass, and I told you, try to imagine a glass, you are not just putting a glass. You imagine the table, you imagine the material of the glass. Can be a glass made of wooden, or can be made of crystal, can be made of metal, can be made of rock, maybe a crystal quartz, a crystal glass made of quartz, or tourmaline, for example. And you visualize what is inside of the glass, and you visualize the height, the weight of the glass, all of the aspects. All of this is how visualization works. So this is a meditation that I teach, that is a pentagram. I learned this one when I was 16 years or 17. I think that was 16. I don't modify too much. I just add some colors, and just that. You can do this in 2 different ways. The first one is with your hands totally empty. That is pretty nice, because this is an exercise that we do for healing. So while you keep your hands in this way, you are healing. You are praying in some way. You are begging for something. You are praying for something, but at the same time you are healing, because all your energy, you're healing, especially when you are relaxing, when you are meditating. All your energy is expressing very well from your hands, and you hear the word in this way. When you put your hands in this way, the energy don't have a way to express out, so the energy just has a interwork between one hand with another one, sharing the energy and blending the energy of healing there, and taking the energy back to your own body, because you don't let that energy go out. This is very nice. This is a very nice exercise. You breathe very deep. You close your eyes. You try to breathe deep and very slow for at least 3 or 4 times. Some people prefer to breathe for more time. Can be 6, can be 7, can be 8. Sounds like a lot, but depends of everyone, because everyone is different, and all the bodies work different, and all the minds works different. For some people, just breathe 1 time is enough to totally relax. Some people need a little more of that. Okay, so you breathe deep, you relax your mind, you relax your body, you relax your eyes, and when you close your eyes, you're starting to visualize you're rounded in this empty space. Don't visualize you are in an empty space, and probably you are the empty space. So when you close your eyes, you start putting here in your third eye, you will put a little, a very small, tiny light, very, very small. Just a bit of light here. And this small bit of light go to start moving around. So following, I don't know how to work when I put the video, probably change, but this is my left, correct? So I go to move in the order of the contrary to how I see the clock in front of me, following how the clock is watched from me to someone else. This is how it works for me. Try to do it how you feel more comfortable, with the direction that you feel more comfortable. I try to move this bit of light here to this direction. And now from here, I just continue visualizing this bit of light here and the other here, and the line in between. Now, without lost the track of this, in all the exercise, I try to visualize this bit of light here, moving to this another space. You know that obviously what I'm doing. So the most difficult part here is visualize the second line without lose the first one. It's complicated first times. After that, you go to take this bit of light from here and try to move to this part. So you have now this energy, and now you go to continue visualizing the lines without lost track of anyone. If you lose the track, try to breathe very deep, relax, and try to start again. Don't just continue, because you are not doing the work. Trying to move this bit of light from here to, in this moment, to my right, then other direction, and from here I try to move a bit of light again to my third eye. So you have here a pentagram. The most difficult part is to keep the visualization. To be honest, this takes me weeks. I don't want to say months, but take me weeks to do it. Doing the practice every day, because every time that I try to visualize the light moving to another side, I just lost the track of the other one. When I visualize moving the light moving from here to here, I lost the track of these other two. This will take you a lot of work. The ideal is do it at the moment that you have the whole pentagram made of light here. Something that I teach in magic. In Western beliefs or Western system, is this comprehension that if you take down the pentagram working a different way, is related with their magic and shadows and everything else. In my experience is different, but I respect for someone else working a different way. In South America, we work with the pentagram. And something that we teach in the tribes is that this is a star, correct? The pentagram is a star. They represent a star. If you see the stars in the sky, these amazing globes of fire and rock, don't care if you move it, continue being a star, continue being light. If you move the pentagram, continue being a star. Don't care. Don't care if you do it with blood. Continue being a star. Continue being a source of light. But that is in my tradition and in my expertise and in my experience. Probably yours is different, and probably you have a very good argument for that. But this is a star. It's a source of light. From there comes the word star, and the pentagram represents a star, correct? So you go to use this star that is made of light in the emptiness, the total darkness of your mind, and you go to assign now colors related with the elements. Depending of your magical tradition that you follow, depending of your experience, depending probably of your culture, is different. In the Wiccan, magical, and I think that Western traditions is we have air, fire, earth, water, and spirit, like the 5 elements. In other cultures, like people who probably understand, practice, understood Feng Shui, is other 5 elements completely different. And some of my students use these 5 elements to work. I don't do it, but when she asks me, I say, yes, you can do it. I don't have any problem. This made you feel safe because in the end you're connecting with the elements and all the elements belong to the earth. So you are just connecting with the earth in a different way. And this works. In Amazon, our 5 elements is not the spirit, because for us the spirit is integrating the 4 elements, and the 4 elements are manifestations of the spirit. So for us the 5 element is the goods, is the trees, is literally the wood, is the tree, because the tree represents the life, and the life for us is the 5 element, is the 5th element. So for me these elements are air and water, fire and earth, and the tree or the woods. For you, how better work for you? You go to visualize in the pentagram the colors of the elements that you assign. For me, is white for the air, is blue for the water, is green for the earth, is red for the fire. And I visualize a very nice color of green, similar to emerald, that I really enjoy, to the tree, because the color of the emerald give me some nostalgic to the color of the trees in the morning when you see the sun coming in the morning over the trees in Amazon, very close to the river. Is a fascinating spectacle, and the trees literally shine with the sunlight, and the air move the leaves. So this color of the green emerald, that is a rock, a mineral, remind me that. So here I have the tree, the woods, the life, the spirit of nature, the wisdom of the Pachamama. I have my 5 elements here, and now the most complicated part of the exercise. You will try to move each one of the elements for all the directions I take. Letting here my 5th element, that is the most important because it's the element that gives balance to all the others. I keep this element here, so I start for the air. I move the air to the direction of the water and take back to the direction of the fire and take back to the direction of the earth and take back. I take the water to the direction of the air, take back to the direction of the fire, take back to the direction of the earth, take back. I take the fire, I do the same with the other 3 elements. I take the earth, I do the same with the other 3 elements. And finally, I visualize the tree, the goods, the life, moving to around all the elements at the same time. Remember that this 5th element is connected with your 3rd eye, because from there you are having control and balance over all the other elements. You make this exercise, and now you just need to try to move the pentagram in a different way. You start rounding the pentagram like a wheel. This is the funny part of the exercise, because when you do this part, you go to see in here, in the eye of your mind, you go to see how the colors that you assign are starting to blend between them, and starting to move in different ways, and starting to shine in different ways, and starting to manifest different forms and different velocities and different movements in the way. Movements and things that are out of your control. You see the red blending with the blue, you see the white blending with the red, and you see taking forms like paint or the form of the water, and different movements while you are moving the wheel. And this is very magical and strange at the same time, because it's the elements trying to don't have a control, but at the same time is I don't let you have the control, but we continue working here. We continue in the circle, exactly how you put us to move. This is a very nice exercise. When you do this exercise, you are not just connecting and reconnecting with the elements. You are also having an intimate movement with the Mother Earth. You are speaking in the language of the spirits. And when you do this exercise, first time will feel very easy at the end. when you start moving the wheel, what I like to do is try to relax my mind and count 15 rounds. The first one, the second one, the third one. I find a total of 15. After that, I just try to see all of these lights around, making a disaster in my mind. And I just, in that moment, without doing anything else, I open my eyes. What happens? Usually in a meditation, they will try to tell you, try to put everything in order again, try to visualize. No, try to let the elements in there and open your eyes. You will feel very dizzy the first times when you find to do all the exercise. You will find a little dizzy, a little confused. When you finally move and stand up, you will feel like I need a coffee. It's that sensation, very weird, like I have energy in my body, but I feel something that push me, because all the elements energetically are around you in that moment. It's a wonderful sensation. It's a marvelous experiment that I recommend you to do. Don't do it before spell working. It's better if you do after, or if you do a day that you are not doing any spell worker. If you make this exercise, sorry for all this noise. If you make this exercise, use the element with which you feel more comfortable, and try to let your mind relax. When you're doing the exercise, don't care how much you try. The elements go to take their own movement, their own velocity. They go to move in different ways. It's a way to say, I am an element. You're not. You are part of us. You are part of the spirit, but you continue being human. So we are connecting with you. We are finally speaking the same language. We are not here doing a spell. You are not conjuring me. You are not calling me. You are not summoning me. We have a different relation, so we can start to work together. It's a very nice experience, and I teach to this exercise when my student has at least all the exercise complete. I recommend to them do it at least one time a week for 12 consecutive weeks in a row. This is very helpful. They see the results in their spell work. They see the results when they're speaking with you. They feel more relaxed. They feel like I am in control. I feel like things are happening in my life, and not everything is under my control, but I feel well flowing with all of this. It's very helpful with your mindset. It's that what I'm trying to say. I go to a lot of other videos very soon. I hope that you can enjoy this one. I'm very grateful. Stay safe, stay well, and be very kind with everyone else.